House Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development has summoned the Minister of Women Affairs and Social Development, Uju Kennedy Ohaneye, to appear on Tuesday over the misappropriation of 1.5 billion meant for contractors.
In the budget, contractors did these jobs, you did not pay them, you now initiated, in quotes, like you just said that you are not the one initiating, you or the procurement or the madam you are referring to, now initiated, manufactured, created new contracts, new projects that are not being appropriated for, and then you now use the funds meant to be paid to the contractors that were properly, appropriated for in the 2023 budget. You use their funds to do your own initiated projects in the ministry. Is that what it is?
The committee has also ordered the ministry to stop all contract processes in 2024 until the matter is resolved, and has requested to see the special accounts for the Chibok girls and the Memorandum of Understanding.
So we are going to give you till Tuesday, from now till Tuesday, for you to go back to the office, get all the relevant documents. You will be bringing them here. The Honorable Minister has also been invited. They've done a letter for her to be here on Tuesday. I don't know if it has gotten to you. So those, get us the documents. You come and defend where the money has gone to. We want to know where the money of all the contractors have gone to, and those that have been paid as well. We want to know those that have been paid and those that have not been paid. But most importantly, this committee will hereby give an order that you are going to stop all contracting processes for 2024 appropriation now, immediately, until all outstanding issues are resolved. There should be no payment to any contractor for any purpose, for any reason, as from today, until we resolve all these issues. I so rule.
In an interview with press, the chairman of the committee, Honorable Kafilat Ogbara, reiterated the committee's commitment to get the facts and ensure the funds are used judiciously, as oversight would be taken without compromise.
Can you just give us a recap of what just happened?
Well, we're here and you heard everything. It's an interactive session with the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development. The minister was invited about a month ago to appear before this committee because we had petitions from different contractors who said that their payments had not been made and that their monies had been misappropriated because they did their investigation to the Office of the Accountant General. They are up here right behind me. So we had to invite the Honorable Minister because even these contractors had already petitioned the Public Procurement Committee, of which I am also privy to be a member of that committee. So we waited for her to appear before the Public Procurement Committee before we now invited her. Because when she appeared before the Public Procurement Committee, she came alone and we couldn't do much because we didn't have the documents to work with. So we wrote a letter to her about a month ago to appear before this committee. We didn't hear from her whether she was going to come or not. We also sent a reminder last week to invite her to appear. And we didn't hear from her until about 3 days ago, when she wrote us that she would be able to appear before this committee. It was even 2 days ago, on Tuesday, when she wrote that she would be able to appear before this committee because she will be going to Sierra Leone to represent the First Lady. And I understand she went to Sierra Leone and she arrived this morning. I was also in Brazil to represent the parliament as a country, and I also arrived this morning, and I've been able to still make it to this sitting because I believe that the plight of Nigerians should be paramount concern to any public office holder. And this is why we have made sure that the sitting still went on. The permanent secretary, the directors, the procurement officer, and all of them that needed to be here, all the relevant stakeholders in the ministry were here today. And you see how our honorable members asked different questions that needed to be answered. Too many, numerous to mention. So, and we have told them, even at that, they didn't have the right answers. And they were even sort of, complicating the issue. We had them also contradicting each other because we found out that the procurement officer told us that everything that the contractor said was true. And we were forced to put the DFA on oath because he didn't want to answer the truth. He didn't want to tell us what it was until the procurement officer ascertained that the contractors were right. They said the truth, they did the contract, they delivered, their monies were paid to the ministry, and as we speak today, their monies are not in the account of the ministry. So we want to know, where have the monies gone to? Where is the money? Where have they put the money? And then we also understand that they did some contracts that were not in the Appropriation Act for 2023. Who gave them the authority to do such contracts? Why were they paid from funds that were not allocated to them? And all these questions are begging for answers. So the DFA had told us that the accounting officer, the minister, was going to be in the best position, and the permanent secretary that was there before, the new permanent secretary that is there now, cooperated with us. He gave us all the necessary information that we need to know. And we have told them to go home because clearly they were not working together. The ministry was divided and the DFA was working alone. It was entirely isolated. We had everything, so I don't need to keep going on and on. So we have told them to go back home, tidy up their house, work together. All we are interested in is getting the facts, ensuring that the funds that we appropriated for the ministry are judiciously used in the interest of Nigerians, in the interest of Nigerian women, and in the interest of this nation. Because we know that the situation of the country today, it demands that any public officer has no right, as we speak today, for any reason, because you are being paid even with the taxpayers' money. So you have no right for you to have an assignment, to have a project, to have any training or any empowerment program that you need to do, and then such assignments don't get to the ordinary Nigerian. This is why we are here, and we are going to ensure that we take our oversight very seriously without any form of compromise whatsoever. Thank you.
Comfort Olayinka, DCTV News.